So for the last error that could be made that can turn into a squat into a good morning squat is the knees and hips shooting back when transitioning from the down phase to the up phase. So what I mean by this is someone has come down here, and as they come up, the hips shoot back like this, or so you can look at it as the knees have shot back like this. And what that happens is when we go like this, generally the chest is going to fall forward here, okay? These are almost fully straight already. And then to get to complete the movement, it's going to be a contraction of the lower back, or a hinge at the lower back, so it looks like a good morning. So if you've identified that your hips or your knees shoot back when you're coming up from the squat, the cue that I like to use is very basic, is try to keep everything coming up in a vertical line, okay? Because if I am here and this has shot back, well then it's shot in a horizontal fashion, okay? So we don't want any horizontal movement of the joints. It should be all straight up and down. So if I had, you could say like a little, like those animation motion sensors, if I had one on my knee and on my hip, all right, they're basically going to go up and down in a straight line if you were watching me squat from the side. Okay, so if I had a motion sensor on my hip here, as I come down, there's a line going to be drawing down, that as I come up, it should come straight up. Okay, so that's what I mean by a vertical path of the joints. It shouldn't be here and then it shoots horizontal backwards, or I guess a bit of a diagonal backwards, okay, and then you come up. So, as I was trying to explain at the beginning of this video, you want to try to keep your joints moving in a straight up and down line. Another cue that you can use is the position that you are at the bottom here, in terms of your knee and hip. The position that you are here should be the same position as you come up, okay? So this position here is the same as if I was here or here. This is just going in that line, or it's staying put, you can almost say, okay? I guess the hip is the thing that's going to be moving up and down in a vertical line. The knee stays pretty static because it doesn't really have to move up and down. So, should be in the same position. If I go here, where I've lost position, this has gone back, hips have gone back. So set the cue that I'm using. The position that you are at the bottom of the squat should be the same position as you come up. So an exercise that you can use to help maintain that bottom position and not letting the hips shoot back or the knees extend too early is doing a pause squat. So when you get down to the bottom, coming to a dead pause for a second, and then coming straight up. So, as I was saying in the last video, you want to, the position that you are at the bottom should be the same position that you're going to be in when you come up. So, I guess the pause squat puts emphasis of maintaining that bottom position and not losing it. And for the purposes of this video, not losing it backwards like this, okay? So position over here is the same position that I'm coming up. So the pause squat could be really useful for becoming more aware and having better control of that bottom position because you're taking your time with it.